Hello there and welcome to a very special video because not only is it my birthday today, also I am going to be showing off the fifth and for now final seasonal display, the secret one that LEGO put out at the start of this year in January. Now, it is sort of a mock. It's not an official set, so before any of you think that you can go out and buy this, not exactly, but you can buy a part of it because all the way back in January, if I cast your mind back to my polybag mass opening video, which, by the way, I'm still trying to get my hands on the 3 March polybags. The site that I use initially had the Animal Crossing bag out of stock, very popular, fair enough. Then when they got that back in stock, straight away the Draco polybag was out of stock, which, okay, maybe next time. When they got both of them back in stock, now the McLaren is out of stock, so I'm going to have to wait for that to come back in stock. I've got the email alert, I've got to jump on it and get the 3 of them when that's back in stock. I'm pretty sure that's what most other people are doing, but hopefully that gets back in stock soon and I can review the 3 here on this channel. But as I was saying, the January one, we got a birthday poly bag, which came with, in fact, I can show you what it came with, because it came with 2 animal creatures, a penguin and an elephant, celebrating perhaps one of their birthdays. Perhaps they were celebrating someone else's birthday. Technically, I guess today they're celebrating my birthday, but perhaps they could be celebrating your birthday too, because I have built them a whole garden party display, which we will take a closer look at the desk in a minute. But it fits in with the other seasonal sets. I'll be comparing little bits that I took from the other seasonal sets and little bits that I just couldn't use for this mock. And I think without further ado, let's take a look at the desk. So as you can see, I've stuck to the typical base of all of the other seasonal displays, and this is to go with the wintertime polar bears, the Valentine lovebirds, the Halloween cat and mouse, I'm pretty sure that's what it's called, and the most recently opened on Easter, March 31st, which is still very weird to say. I can't believe we got Easter in March this year, is the Easter Rabbits set. Again, not quite sure if that's the official name, but I'm sure you know the set that I mean. Now, you've seen the polybag that these come from, and as I said, it included the 2 animals, the balloon just in the back there, and also this present up front. But I have added my own flair to the set with all the grass that I've given it, and even the odd little flowers. Perhaps these are some sort of dandelions growing in the garden. The reason I say it outside is because I could have just included a table, cake and presents, but then it'd just be a flat floor, and I wanted to give it some life like the others. And something I realised is all the others were themed to be outside. So of course I had to take this party to the garden, included the animals as they were. I definitely questioned whether or not they should be increased to match the size of, we'll take the bunnies here. You can definitely tell that the bunnies are a little larger than the elephant and the penguin, but they're made to be in a poly bag, so I wanted to somewhat keep that size to them, and it also allowed me to have these balloons hanging as they would be. I wouldn't need to mess with them. Have some little trees in the background. You can see the trees are blossoming. My birthday is in April, so I'm sorry if you have a birthday in the winter months. Perhaps the trees wouldn't be blossoming as much for your birthday, but this is detailed more or less the whole way around. You can see there's definitely a lot more studs around the back, but I have included some plants down by the trees. We got some budding plants in between them, and also some different sized presents to include alongside the one you get in the polybag, which is just a stack of 3 2x2s. I've included a long present, which is 2x4s instead, and you can see the bows already come off that present because bows don't always stick to the presents, at least not the ones that you want them to. And then we've got this tall present, again, IKEA colours, just like Star Wars droid from Ahsoka. But it is a great combination, so I had to include that with some 2x2 bricks, and I've mimicked the brick on top to give it that flat top with the bow, just by stacking some plates with a jumper toe on top. Now, there is a tradition in my family where my nan every single year without fail gets me a Colin the Caterpillar or just a caterpillar cake. It's always been Colin, so I've had to include this chocolate log. If you don't know what a Colin the Caterpillar here is, in the UK, Marks and Spencer's sells this chocolate I guess it's a Yule log with a chocolate caterpillar face, some little feet to go along with it, and they sell it year round. They dress him up for special occasions. He has a partner, he has some friends, and recently we've seen many other stores come out with their own versions, which I'm sure I'll have a compilation on screen for you now, but I had to include them, and it's a really interesting technique because I have included a Technic wheel here with an axle, and there is a bar running up this whole table to hold it together. I think it's some really interesting techniques, and that has been presented to the penguin, which I have, for the sake of this mock, given the penguin its birthday, because I thought out of the two of them, perhaps it'd be a bit harder to include it in front of the elephant. But also, I do really love penguins. At the minute, they're not my favourite animal, but they're second to the armadillo. I can't tell you why the armadillo's my favourite. I just really like the look of them. And I do think that this mock has turned out quite well and does stand up to some of the other ones. I mean, we can bring them on screen for you now because I do have every single one of them just off to the side here. I'm not sure if they'll all fit to the right. Perhaps it'll be a tight squeeze along the wall. But as you can see, we've got the 4 Lego official ones on the right and my custom birthday mock on the left, of course, using the Lego polybag from this year, and I do think it looks pretty good, especially with all the flowers around the Easter one at the front here, and especially when you look at the lovebirds, how plain of a display that is. I've just made the animals a little bit smaller. They still keep their height quite well actually with the hats, and added to the surroundings. So definitely let me know what you think of this down in the comments below, and do you think Lego should create a birthday set like this? I know we get a few different minifigure birthday sets, but personally I don't think they're as impressive as if they come out with something like this, giving 2 animals that otherwise they wouldn't create. Of course, we've got birds with valentines, we've got a winter snow themed polar bear with winter. I guess Halloween they gave us a cat and a mouse. I'm not, well, I guess the black cat does work, but it could have just as easily been a bat and a cat, I guess. So it's nice that they included the mouse in this one, and we've got the 2 rabbits for Easter. I still think I would have preferred a rabbit and a chick, but it would give them an excuse to, well, let's be honest, Lego would probably give 2 parrots for a birthday set. Lego do love a good parrot, but I'd be more than happy to get a parrot and we'll say a duck because of the iconic Lego duck wooden toy. And that would make a great birthday set in a similar scale to this, or perhaps they do it like the recent hedgehog, and I think that was a chick set that come out with that recently, and enable the base to sort of be in that heart shape compared to this. Now, this won't be the last seasonal display I do on this channel. I'm pretty certain at some point, perhaps nearer to their retirement, just like the other 4 here, I'll be picking up the 2 new ones that have released this year and comparing them to this series, because I do think there is some compatibility between them, so I'm sure this space on my camera will fill up fairly quickly and I'll need a bigger desk to record these reviews on. But again, let me know what you think of this in the comments. Drop a like if you do like the video and subscribe for more awesome Lego content. It is greatly appreciated, and I appreciate every single one of you that support the channel. So thank you so much, and as always, may the bricks be with you.